Hey guys, welcome to Utah Jazz Franchise. This is episode number 20. The 2016-17 regular season. The Memphis Grizzlies up next for the Jazz. They are 28-20, fourth place in the Western Conference. Jazz have moved up to fifth from last at 20-28. As we look at some of the league leaders, James Harden leading in scoring, followed by Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, DeMar DeRozan, and Paul George rounds out the top 10. Rebounding, Andre Drummond, Hassan Whiteside, Tristan Thompson, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Rudy Gobert for the Jazz with 11.7 is tied in fifth with Cousins. Nikola Vucevic, Jokic. We look at the assists per game. Russell Westbrook with 11.3, LeBron James, John Wall, Mike Conley, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul tied with 9 there. Reggie Jackson, Rajon Rondo, Ish Smith, and Victor Oladipo in the top 10. Steals per game. Russell Westbrook, John Wall, Chris Paul, LeBron, Eric Bledsoe, Paul George, Rajon Rondo, Kyle Lowry, Victor Oladipo, and Jimmy Butler. Blocks, Serge Ibaka with 2.8 and Anthony Davis with 2.8 are tied in first. That second tier, Hassan Whiteside, Brook Lopez, Robin Lopez, Andrew Bogut, Marc Gasol, and Rudy Gobert is 8th for the Jazz. Andre Drummond and Pau Gasol round out the top 10. We're in game number 49 of the 2016-17 regular season. The Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies. Jazz have won 2 in a row, trying to extend the winning streak to 3 games. Here is Vince Carter at the top of the key. Vince Carter gets by Joe Johnson, as you see flashes of the Vince Carter of old with the dunk on that one. Shelvin Mack with the steal. Conley chasing him down from behind is going to foul him, but Mack gets the layup to go off the glass. At the end of the first quarter, the Jazz lead 23-19 over Memphis. Here is Marc Gasol working on Diaw and Favors. He gets the left-handed shot to go, going down the lane. Top of the key, Chandler Parsons is going to miss the 3, rebounded by Gobert to Exum. Exum, long pass to the left side to Hayward, who hits the 3 in transition. The Jazz are up by 12, and they would take a 6-point lead into the break. Both teams shooting the ball really well. Zach Randolph with 10 for the Grizzlies, Alec Burks with 10 for the Jazz. Here is Favors on the right side facing Zach Randolph. Favors spins back to the baseline and just powers it up and in over Randolph. That was just pure brute strength there by Favors. And here is Ennis for the two-hand flush over Favors. A nice dunk for Ennis. The Jazz lead by 12 at the end of the third. 6-point Jazz lead now. Favors from Shelvin Mack. He throws it down. Reverse dunk for Derek Favors. Jazz lead 99-94 with less than 2 minutes to go. Beautiful spin move from Exum into the paint. Favors for the flush. The Jazz win at 107-100. Their winning streak stands at 3 games now. The Jazz uncharacteristically good at the free throw line. 17 of 18 in this one. A big factor in this win for the Jazz. The bench also contributed 47 points. Rodney Hood led a balanced attack for the Jazz with 15. Marc Gasol with 28 and 16 rebounds for Memphis. Next up for the Jazz is the Milwaukee Bucks in game number 50 from Salt Lake City. Here is Giannis Antetokounmpo underneath to Plumlee, who puts it in. Bucks lead by 1 late in the first. Here is Joe Johnson to Boris Diaw, looking straight down the barrel. He hits the 3. Jazz lead 31-29 at the end of 1. Pass knocked away and picked up by Burks. Shelvin Mack to Boris Diaw coming down the lane for the dunk on the break. Jazz turning defense into offense on that one. Both teams shooting the ball really well, and they're tied at 59 at the break. Boris Diaw with 17 for the Jazz in the first half. Michael Carter-Williams with 11. As you see Carter-Williams here going down and throwing it down with one hand. Carter-Williams whips it underneath to Monroe. Blocked there by Gobert. Gobert with the block. He takes it out, hands it to Exum. Exum with the left hand off the glass is good. Jazz lead by 9. Here's Favors working on Plumlee. Favors. And he gets the shot to go. Starts to go with the right hand and then has to adjust his shot. At the end of the third quarter, the Jazz lead 92-80. High-scoring game here in Salt Lake City. 10-point lead. Here's Dellavedova to the middle to Giannis Antetokounmpo. And he is fouled and scores. 99-96 in favor of the Jazz here. 105-102, Carter Williams in the paint. Floats it up off the glass and good. 105-104 with just 1:14 to go. Less than a minute here. Hayward to the left side to Rodney Hood with a huge three. Gives the Jazz a 4-point lead with 49 seconds to go in a tight game here in Salt Lake City. With 5.8 to go, this free throw would give the Jazz pretty much seal the win from Joe Johnson, and he hits the free throw, giving the Jazz a 2-possession lead. The Jazz win at 110-106. The Jazz give up 74 points in the paint to the Bucks. Very disappointing number there. But they end up winning the game. Michael Carter-Williams finishes with 20. Boris Diaw with the game of the year for him with 22 for the Jazz. Game number 51 now. Utah taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who are disappointingly 21-29. Here's Nicholas Batum, and he just blows by Gordon Hayward. Doesn't pick him up. Batum with the right-handed flush. Here is Gobert. Pump fake, up and under. Zeller fouls him. Gobert gets it to go. Hornets with an early lead. 24-18 for Charlotte. Here's Mack. Mack over to the right side to Rodney Hood. Hood, with time running out on the shot clock, he gets all the way to the hoop, and he dunks it home quickly as he got that dunk off with 0.5 on the shot clock. At the end of the first, the Hornets lead 29-24 over Utah. Charlotte by 7 now. Gordon Hayward down the left side beats his guy for the dunk. Help was too late getting over. Here's Jeremy Lamb. Lamb into Hibbert. Hibbert powers it up over Rudy Gobert with the right hand. The Hornets would lead by 10 at the halftime break. Hayward with 14 for the Jazz. Cody Zeller with 9 points, 9 boards for the Hornets. 8-point lead for Charlotte now. Here is Gordon Hayward. Hayward around the screen of Gobert. Hayward is going to go all the way to the hoop. Strong finish there by Gordon Hayward. Cuts the lead to 6. Hornets stretch the lead out to 12 now. Trey Lyles knocking it down from the top of the circle. 10-point lead for Charlotte at the end of the third. The Jazz kept getting close, and then Charlotte would stretch the lead back out. As you see here, Joe Johnson's going to cut the lead to 2. Jazz would end up tying it up at 78, but Charlotte stretches it back out at 87-80. Jeremy Lamb hits the shot in the lane. The Hornets on an 11-2 run there. And Jeremy Lamb hits the dagger there, 96-87, as he quiets the crowd. The Jazz 4-game winning streak comes to an end as they lose to Charlotte 98-92. Charlotte shoots only 44%. The Jazz only 6 of 23 from downtown, a big factor in this loss. Gordon Hayward with 27 points, Favors with 15, and Trey Lyles with 13. Kemba Walker 19 for the Hornets.